Barry Windham's in trouble. There it is. V-trigger. Knocks him out and then hits the one-winged angel. Kenny Omega with a victory here tonight. Windham got knocked the hell out by that V-trigger, and Kenny Omega continues his winning ways. But what is this? I know it's Shinsuke Nakamura in there, but Omega issued a challenge last week. What's Shinsuke got to say? Kenny Omega, I accept your challenge. Oh, hell yeah! The match we've been waiting for since they had their stare down a few weeks ago, and it's gonna happen. Kenny Omega versus Shinsuke Nakamura. You have to believe it's going to be one of the matches of the year, and I can't wait to see it at Zero Fear. Welcome back to another exciting edition of No Limits Wrestling. Tonight is the final stop before our next pay-per-view, Zero Fear, and at that event, the main event is going to be for the NLW World Championship. Seth Rollins puts the championship on the line against Pentagon Jr., and Rollins is here tonight to talk about that match with Pentagon. Also, Stone Cold is here to address the controversy surrounding the situation with Sting, and last week, tensions flared, but what has our Sting got to say about the whole Sting situation? We'll find out tonight, but not only that, a huge WrestleMania rematch is going to take place for the NLW Women's Championship. Sasha Banks puts her newly won title on the line against the former champion Lita. How is this match going to compare to their match at WrestleMania? We will see, but I'm sure it's going to be a big one. But before all that, we kick things off with a match between the American Dragon and the nightmare known as Minora Suzuki. He's facing Daniel Bryan tonight in a match that is a result of what happened 2 weeks ago. Let's take you back now to what happened on episode 60. It was Daniel Bryan in the ring addressing the crowd following a loss to Kenny Omega at WrestleMania 3. Many fans and critics called it one of the greatest NLW matches of all time, and despite the loss, Daniel Bryan was getting a standing ovation for his performance at the previous night's event. However, before he could even utter a word, Minora Suzuki from out of the crowd came in and attacked Daniel Bryan, debuting for the company and making his mark on No Limits Wrestling. We don't have to wait for any pay-per-view to see this match. It's live right now. Bryan versus Suzuki. I've been looking forward to this one all week since it was announced. Minora Suzuki making his NLW debut against the American Dragon Daniel Bryan. Suzuki with the headlock applied, and now Bryan going for that yes lock, that LaBelle, but elbows his way out to Suzuki, but misses the clothesline, and there's a German, but gets right back to his feet with a slap, but Bryan ain't backing down. Has the arm held, big chop, but look at the look on Suzuki's face, it didn't even faze him, and pulls him by the hair, and now some vicious stomps from Suzuki, who is wailing on the crowd favourite Bryan with that headbutt, that Saito suplex, and there's a vicious penalty kick to the chest of Daniel Bryan, and Bryan is in a world of pain. Gonna tee off on Bryan, misses the clothesline, Tiger suplex. Actually, I should say that's a Snapdragon from the American Dragon. Suzuki tries to find solace on the outside, and he does, and Bryan fell into the trap set by Suzuki, the armbar in the ropes, releases the hold in the nick of time, whips him, but lands on the top rope, flips him. Oh, good lord, what a drop kick. That was a drop kick where he basically threw his entire body at Bryan. Suzuki tees off on Daniel Bryan. He's been rocked. Suzuki saying, is that all you got? But it's not. Bryan comes back with a flurry of his own and a German suplex, landing Suzuki right on his neck. Suzuki's down. Bryan on the top rope. Big diving headbutt. Daniel Bryan looking to avenge the loss he suffered to Kenny Omega at WrestleMania. And a win over the debuting and vicious Suzuki would be a start. Look at that though. Misses that final kick. Has the sleeper. No! Bryan looking for the label. But Suzuki elbows his way free. But Bryan back to his feet. Look at that. Asai knees. No! Pile driver. Those running knees. The Busaki knees. Got caught into the Gotch-style pile driver. And now follows it up with the sleeper hold. He made him pass out 2 weeks ago, and he's made him pass out tonight. Minora Suzuki, victorious in his debut. It was a hard-fought contest, and certainly a more difficult debut than most have had in this company, going up against Daniel Bryan, but at the end of the day, it was Minora Suzuki picking up the win. Well, take a look at the replay. As you saw, that headbutt took a lot out of Suzuki, but Bryan missed the kick, managed to get himself free from the sleeper, but the Busaki knee got caught into the Gotch pile driver, and then the sleeper allowed Suzuki to make Daniel Bryan pass out from the pain. No oxygen to the brain, and thus Suzuki is victorious. Daniel Bryan is going to have to pick himself up, dust himself off, and suffer another high-profile loss. But the question remains, who can stop Minora Suzuki? Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. That's the sound that revolves in my head. The sound I hear when I dream at night. And that's what I hear when I inflict pain and punishment onto my opponents. Adam Cole is but the first of many more victims of the villain. And my villainous ways cannot be stopped by any big strong boy or any cape-wearing hero. I have more than 1,000 holds and more than 1,000 ways to shoot down an osprey. Does this make me sadistic? Does this make me a psychopath? Can any of you say you wouldn't take the same chances I have? Greed is good. Greed won me this gold, and greed will make sure that I stay on top of the X Division. So go ahead and have your silly little tournaments, because to whoever wins, heed this advice. It is greed which will allow you to live long enough to become a villain. Marty may appear confident on the outside, but he surely knows that there are 4 very capable X Division wrestlers gunning for him and his title. And speaking of, that tournament continues here tonight. We had 2 more matches earlier tonight, semi-finals in the X Division tournament to crown a number 1 contender. The finals will take place at Zero Fear between the winners of these 2 matches, which you're about to see right now. Highlights of Dean Malenko faced Neville in the first one. It was a beautiful execution of several maneuvers from Malenko, the man of 1,000 holds. Neville tried to use his high-flying prowess, but to no avail, as you saw there. But an Asai moonsault turned it around for Neville, but this Phoenix Splash into a DDT nearly spelled the end. And of course, that patented Texas Cloverleaf nearly caused a submission, but the top rope gutbuster was turned into a Frankensteiner, and then this finger beauty, the Red Arrow, Neville defeated Dean Malenko and advanced to the final. And in our second semi-final match, it was the young Brit, Tyler Bate, going up against fellow Brit, Will Ospreay. And what an incredible match this was. You saw there, the Robinson special with that kick, but Bate came back with one of his own and was not backing down an inch, as you see here, the exploder into the corner. And then this, I don't even know what to call this, a flipping DDT, moonsault special of some kind. But Bate displayed incredible strength, as you see with that German, tried for the Tyler driver, got reversed into a Hurricane Rana, and finally, this airplane spin into the DDT was just about it for Bate. Bate tried to come back, but got sprung back into the Oz Cutter, and now the final is set It is going to be Ospreay versus Neville at Zero Fear, with a winner facing Scroll for the X Division title. Wait a minute, what the hell's this? Matt Hardy appears to have been assaulted, and Jeff is looking up. Wait a minute! Wait a minute, it's a trap! And look at this! Matt was assaulted, and now there they are! The two men who last week said they were coming after the Hardys tag team titles. Matt had been taken out by Xavier Woods and Big E of the New Day, and now Jeff Hardy, the other half of the tag team champions, trying to help him out, and now the New Day are assaulting Jeff Hardy here, and there's a big splash from Big E. His metal contract expired. He's now a member of the NLW roster. And watch out, massive ending from Xavier Woods and Big E. Xavier Woods said he was sick of being the brunt of the joke for all of the wrestlers in the company, and last week said he had brought reinforcements, and there it is. It's Big E. Xavier Woods and Big E have taken out the tag team champions, and if Xavier Woods doesn't want to be a joke anymore, I think he succeeded.
Bear witness and grieve the end of civility. Head inside the mind of which the unspeakable springs to life, and watch the horror unfold before your eyes. A lack of compassion and morality which sinks endlessly into the abyss, a desire for torture and a lust for violence. Pray for your souls. No mercy, no remorse, no fear.
What a show Zero Fear is shaping up to be. First of all, at the start of the program, we find out that Kenny Omega versus Shinsuke Nakamura is on. Not only that, the world title match, as we mentioned, between Rollins and Pentagon. Also, the number one contenders tournament final is set. It's going to be Neville versus Will Ospreay. What an encounter that's going to be. The winner set to face Marty Scurll for the X Division title. And now during the break, we've heard that a fourth match has been added to that card. It's going to be for the NLW Tag Team Championships in a match that the Hardys specifically requested. They will put their titles on the line against the New Day of Big E and Xavier Woods. Great matches made for that event, but somebody who's not really thinking about making matches at this point, although they probably should be, is Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's been embroiled in this feud with Sting for the past 2 weeks. It all started when the Commissioner was suffering a beatdown from the Brood. When Sting came in to help, he had blood spit in his eyes. He had no idea what was going on, and in the commotion, hit Stone Cold with a death drop, but he didn't know it was Stone Cold. Stone Cold, though, he took exception to that. Bam, stunner, and Sting was out. The next week, they tried to clear the air between each other, and it seemed that all was going well. However, Stone Cold didn't seem to be in a forgiving mood. He told Sting to his face, if you put your hands on me again, I'm going to drop you. Sting apparently trying to reason with Austin and saying, look, it was an accident. Put his hand on Austin's shoulder, but that was a mistake, as we know. Got another stunner for his troubles. In my opinion, I think the time for clearing the air is past, and now seems to be more about damage limitation, but if I know Stone Cold, he isn't limiting any damage that he does to anybody on his roster. Still, Stone Cold is in the ring right now, and he has a lot to say about Sting, about NLW, and about all the chaos that's been happening between him and Sting as of late. And speak of the devil, there he is, up in the rafters. That is Sting, but the question is, why is Sting doing up there? And what is he thinking as Austin is standing in the ring?
I'm humble enough to admit I was stupid enough to think I could control the egos that exist on the NLW roster. I have said that I'm here to enforce the law, but what people fail to realize, especially that jackass sitting in the rafters, is that the law I'm enforcing is Stone Cold's law. And if you're stupid enough to break Stone Cold's law, Stone Cold will break you. For instance, when I state, do not put your hands on the rattlesnake, that means back the hell up or it's gonna bite you. The rattlesnake bit you, Sting, because you pissed me off, and that's something you just don't do. I don't care about your bullshit excuses or how much you've accomplished, because you work for me. And because I make the matches and you just want to sit on your ass tonight and not work, I'll let you prepare for Zero Fear, where I'm putting you in a match. At Zero Fear, the match will be you, Sting, versus good old Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you want to fight me face to face like a man instead of the coward that you're being by sitting up there in the rafters with a yellow streak down your back. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
What a match has been made for an already stacked card at Zero Fear. Stone Cold versus Sting the Dream. Match is gonna happen, but what is this now? I know it's the Riot Squad. We haven't seen them in a while since Tag Team Apocalypto, in fact, but what are they doing out here?
That fire, that energy, Austin, has really fired us up. It's just a shame we haven't had a match in God knows how long, so we don't have an outlet for that fire. But as you said, you're the law. You decide our fate. It seems you want to take the spots that the talent that work for you have earned. How about we kill two birds with one stone? Why don't we take advantage of the fact that as boss, you're a hothead who would rather have petty grudges with other has-beens like Sting than do what it says in your contract and sit behind a desk and make matches. But hey, we're not here to judge, we admire that. As a matter of fact, seeing as how you've forgotten about us, let's remind you just what the hell we're capable of.
So what, they're going to try and prove their point by ganging up on a guy 3-on-1? They're boss nonetheless. I get that maybe the talent aren't too happy with Austin interjecting himself and making matches, but still, this is too far. And now they're just stomping away on Austin, and look at Sting up there. Sting does not care, and well, in all honesty, can you blame him? After all that Austin has done to him, what he's accused him of, I'm sure Sting's loving this, but Austin is getting decimated by the Riot Squad, and there is nobody who's coming out to help Austin. It is time of wait a minute! I spoke too soon! Here comes the Icon to attack the Riot Squad and blaze out both Hideo and Kofi with a death drop, and there's a stunner, but from behind! Scorpion death drop from Sting! And I'm sure in his mind, that was a long time coming. Sting may have helped Austin momentarily, but that death drop signified that Sting is ready to take his frustrations out on Austin at Zero Fear. It's going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Sting, and Sting for one cannot wait. American Alpha made their debut here tonight against the Lucha Dragons. Alpha working effectively. Chad Gable in trouble, there's a reverse Frankensteiner. Sin Cara, reverse exploder from Jordan. Double team maneuver, press up drop kick. Here it comes, grand amplitude. The Lucha Dragons suffer defeat to the newest team on the scene, the magnificent American Alpha. Sting, though the past couple of weeks you and Stone Cold seem to have been at each other's throats. It started with a misunderstanding between the two of you, and now it has escalated into a full-on war. I can understand why you may have dropped him, but why do you think Austin has...
Hey, son of a bitch! I'm gonna get you!
Austin,
how you think?
You
son of a bitch!
I thought I was looking to you to come on, guys.
You keep calling yourself...
Hey, go back.
Well, that right there, you can see that rivalry has escalated from a simple miscommunication to all-out war. But I'm looking forward to it. Austin versus Sting at Zero Fear. Now, folks, coming up next, the Women's Championship is on the line between the boss, Sasha Banks, and the challenger, Lita. It was at WrestleMania 3 where these two first faced off for the championship, and on that occasion, it was Sasha Banks defeating Lita, uncrowning her as the Women's Champion. Tonight, it's Sasha Banks' first title defense. Let's see how she does against the veteran, Lita. The champion has been described as brash, cocky, arrogant, and hell, she'll tell you herself, she's all those things and more. But the fact is, she can back it up in the ring any day of the week. That's why she's the women's champion. That's why she was able to do what no other woman had been able to do in Lita's title reign, and that's take the title from the champion at the time, Lita. WrestleMania was an incredible contest. I'm sure we can expect the same here tonight. Headlock takeover from Sasha, the champion. Lita getting a rematch here tonight. And both women, just like they were at WrestleMania, evenly matched so far. Lita groggy, goes for the backstabber, but instead Lita turns it into a pin and back to her feet. Gonna Irish whip Sasha, but Sasha reverses it, and there's a Hurricane Rana off of the ropes from Lita. Lita has been known to take risks. Perhaps she took a risk too many at WrestleMania, and it cost her the Women's Championship, but she's set a methodical pace thus far as both women trade covers, but a kick out. Lita wondering if that was a 2, but a drop kick right to the back of the skull that may have knocked Lita out. Lita on top. Going for the Hurricane Rana across body, no! Rolls through into a Michinoku driver. Sasha Banks burst onto the scene only a few months ago. With a few months won the women's title at WrestleMania. You saw the knees in the corner, driven right into the skull of Lita and again to the ribs. This time Sasha though on the top rope, but misses the frog splash, gets all knees instead. But you can see that Lita, the challenger, is holding her spine. Lita may have a damaged back. It's not stopping her from taking these risks though. Lita can run from the top. Sasha in a daze. And she's prone in the center of the ring. Lita going to what won her the women's title before. The moonsault, no! Sasha Banks pushes Lita off the top rope and Lita lands in a heap. And Sasha measures her woman. Running off the ropes. Lita doesn't even see it coming. Tope Suicida. Nobody home. Nobody there. And I think Lita dodged it in the nick of time, but oh, look at this. This is Naomi checking on Sasha Banks. This could be a serious neck injury, and that's why she's out here to help her friend. Wait a minute. What the hell? The referee was checking over Sasha with Naomi. What the hell is this? What kind of a damn ending was that? Tamina came in, super kicked Lita, while Naomi called over the referee to check on Sasha Banks. Well, they used nefarious tactics last week in a victory over Becky Lynch. Tonight, they've helped the women's champion Sasha Banks. But does Banks even realise it? A lot of controversy surrounding the women's title situation, but Sasha Banks clearly didn't know what was going on. She was knocked out, but why did Naomi and Tamina help out Sasha Banks? A lot of questions going into that, but a lot of questions also going into our next pay-per-view, Zero Fear. What a match card is already shaping up to be, including this match announced earlier tonight. Xavier Woods and Big E have formed the New Day, and they will challenge the Broken Hardy Boys for the NLW Tag Team Championships at Zero Fear. And not only that, the final of the X Division tournament to crown a #1 contender to Marty Scurll's X Division title. Will it be Will Ospreay or will it be Neville escaping with the title shot intact? And it is a dream match that we've been waiting for since its inception, all the way back on episode 60 when they came face to face in the center of the ring. It is Kenny Omega going one-on-one with Shinsuke Nakamura. How is the King of Strong Style going to combat the Cleaner? It is another dream match as well. This time it's personal animosity grown out of a simple misunderstanding. Sting and Stone Cold Steve Austin, can their egos be contained when they face off one-on-one at Zero Fear? And who can forget the main event for the NLW World Championship? Seth Rollins puts the NLW World title on the line against Pentagon Jr. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen at Zero Fear. And speaking of Zero Fear, the man who's set to defend this title is going to be here live tonight. As a matter of fact, the world champion Seth Rollins is in the ring, and he's here to talk about that monumentous match against Pentagon at the pay-per-view.
You all know my story, you all know the path I've taken to get here. I did a lot of crappy things that, looking back,
I am not proud of. That's not the man I want to be. That's not the kind of champion I want to be. I want to be the kind of champion that's the first in and the last to leave. The guy who talks a big game but can back it up every night in this ring. Someone who, wherever or whenever, will step into this ring and not phone it in because I'm restless or I feel my opponent is beneath me. No, I give it my all no matter what I'm going up against, because that's the kind of champion I am, and that's the kind of NLW champion that you people deserve. When I won this title at WrestleMania 3, that was the pinnacle of my career, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna lose it now. From day one, Pentagon, you came here and you thought you were untouchable. You've ran through everybody. You've broken arms. Hell, last week you decimated The Undertaker and buried him alive. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't feeling just a little bit apprehensive. But just remember, I've been here before and I'll be here again. And you have not run through me. You are not a monster. You are a man with a pulse, and you can be beat. It won't be easy, and I don't want it to be. I am the man. I am the NLW champion. And at Zero Fear, Pentagon, I am ready to burn it down, because the only way you're taking this title from me is if you pry it from my cold, dead hands. Wait a minute, what the hell's this? The lights have gone out. I don't know quite what's going on. And look at... is that a casket? Seth Rollins sees it. We all see it. Why is that casket out here?
Eso puede ser organizado. Seth Rollins, te jactas de que eres un campeón de lucha, pero todo lo que has hecho es trabajar a través de una serie de mortales y campesinos. Cuando el tiempo llega a Zero Fear, no estarás preparado para la paliza que recibirás. Este actor, lo que ves de donde te colocaré tú y tu reinado como campeón. Haré lo que yo a donde te le pareció. Un juego de niños comparado con cómo lo trataré. Cuando prendí fuego a su tumba la semana pasada, fue solo por división, pero soy serio cuando se trata de este campeonato de NLW, y no me detendré, y no voy a molestar a Seth. Romperé todos los huesos de tu cuerpo para probar ese título, porque soy Pentagon Junior y cero miedo.
Sinister words from Pentagon, but the champ is not backing down. And wait a minute, what the hell? Oh, he was in the casket. And a sneak attack. Super kicking the head off of Seth. Oh my god. Penta driver on top of the casket. And Pentagon said he was going to bury the title reign of Seth Rollins in that casket, just like he did Undertaker last week. And the package pile driver in the grave, that casket, and he shuts the lid. Is he shutting the lid on Seth Rollins' title reign? 2 weeks ago he broke the arm of Cesaro. Last week he buried alive the Undertaker. Is his next victim gonna be Seth Rollins? Is Pentagon gonna eliminate Seth Rollins? Will the man with Zero Fear walk out as the NLW World Champion at Zero Fear?